Ladies and gentlemen, now in today's video, I wanted to give you lot a bit of a look at what gear and setup looks like above 180,000 CC on global. And just as a reminder, seeing the whale sin of spending, we've spent a fair bit in order to enhance our stats further across anvil bundles and also buying cosmetics as well. It's probably been, since the launch of the game, about 1,000 to 1,500 spent on kind of enhancing characters' stats. So keep that in mind. Some of the most really day one efficient players out there that are free to play are kind of around the region in terms of gear of about 165k to about 170k, but a lot of people, especially when they're looking to build up multiple SSR gear sets, if you're not buying loads of anvil bundles at the moment, they're very, very limited in terms of the amount that you can actually grind out in game on a weekly basis, and they take ages to grind out in PvP as well, even if you are buying them from the coin shop. So yeah, anvils are a big problem for a lot of free-to-play players, but if you're a whale man, you can just keep on buying the anvil bundles, and that's the way that most of the big old blubbery boys are doing it. So we have 3 attack sets on one health set, and we also have complete sets on all of the association characters as well. So Escanor probably has my best attack set at the moment, and yeah, I'm insanely happy with certain pieces of Escanor's stuff, man. This ring is probably my best item out of all the SSR stuff. It's got 3 perfect attack rolls, man, and 2 of them that are 2.8%. So yeah, I'm just not touching this ring until we get the hammers that I think give guaranteed boosters, and then I think I can get this ring perfect, but I'm not exactly sure how hammers work, so we'll have to wait and see on that one. So yeah, that ring's almost perfect on Escanor, and then we also have the bracer as well, where everything's 2.8% or above. So yeah, that one's a little bit crazy there. Necklace and defense, I don't really go too hard very often on the defense rolls, but maybe in the future I'll go a little bit more in. But yeah, we got stuff 2.2%. That could probably be a little bit higher there if we wanted to re-roll a little bit more. And then on the belt and stuff, we've got most stuff above 2.5% on the health stuff. I think here, yeah, everything's pretty much above 2.5%. I just had to quickly move over to this side of the screen just due to the fact I was showing off cosmetics, but having my camera that side of the screen, bro, my big head was blocking him out. So yeah, just to fly through some of the cosmetics on Escanor, we got 5 out of 5 in every single slot. These are all of the ones that we have registered and equipped at the moment. So yeah, some beefy stats, man. It's very, very important. If you want max CC, you got to have all those cosmetics, man. There's a crazy amount of stat benefit. You know, we're getting an additional 780 attack there, and that's amplified by the, attack percentage increases as well. So yeah, cosmetic items are huge in this game, man. They're very, very big. But let's move on to Hauser. So Hauser, he doesn't have an attack set because the thing is, in this game, it's not all about CC, it's about building efficient gear sets that work really, really well with the characters, and Hauser has my pierce rate set, so he actually doesn't get any bonus CC from pierce rate, man. I don't think it gives any at all, but pierce rate is crazy good with Hauser, just amplifies his damage, especially on, I think it's Rising Storm, by a really significant amount. So yeah, you can see we've got a really good pierce ring and also a bracelet as well, so those two are absolutely banging. We actually got really lucky with the rolls making both of them, and they're actually super cheap to make, but that was just luck, man. It's all about luck when it comes to making gear in this game. A pretty nice necklace as well. We got some really good rolls on this one, a perfect one, and a lot of very high rolls. I think we could have some you know, slightly better rolls potentially on the earrings, man. I might re-roll that one. It's looking at a little bit low. Then in terms of the belt, everything above 2.5%, but no 3% or 2.9% rolls there. So nothing super crazy. However, that one, man, we got a couple of 3% rolls, very, very nice. That one could maybe be a little bit higher, but I don't know, man. 2.4% is still pretty good. It's still very, very good. And then also in terms of Hauser's cosmetics, again, we got 5 out of 5 in every slot. We got a lot of the UR costumes from upgrading other Hausers as well. If you just upgrade them to UR, I think you get variety of these costumes here. Weapons, we got this one. I think this is only available for like the first like 2-3 weeks of global. I'm not too sure if it's going to come back. I may be incorrect on this, but this is a crazy weapon for hauser, man. 8% pierce rate is ridiculous. So yeah, if you ever see this weapon, man, get it as soon as you possibly can. And then yeah, we just got all the headpieces apart from this one, man. I'm not really too fussed about that one just because I like the lifesteal off this, but if you want a bit more health, you know, it's not the worst one to go for, so I think we might buy that at some point in the future, but I'm kind of waiting for a UR piece ideally. I don't know if there's a UR piece for Hauser's head, but that would be great to see it come out in the future. And then next up we got King. So King has my only main health set, so he's got a ridiculous amount of health. If you saw in the PvP section, just over 130,000 there. So in terms of the bracelet, we got attack rolls on this, obviously, also on the ring as well, some pretty nice rolls there, everything above 2.5%. The necklace, I think that one could maybe be a little bit higher, just because King is the big focus at the moment, so you could use a little bit more defense. But the earrings, yeah, some pretty good rolls, pretty satisfied with all of those. On the belt, this 2.4%, you know, considering it's a health set, maybe could be a little bit higher, but 2.4%, again, it's still a really, really good roll. And then also on the rune, no like massive 3 or 2.9% rolls, but you know, it's all pretty decent, man. It's all pretty decent on that one. So yeah, King's got a pretty banging health set, man. He's certainly not doing too bad. And also in terms of his cosmetics, dude, I love the stuff that we got from what is it, Final Boss King. That was absolutely amazing. Like, I'm just like never taking this costume off. It just makes King look so badass. So yeah, this is all the stuff we got. We've also got the weapon from the Fight Festival shop as well, which I believe is this one. Pretty nice one for King to have. And then yeah, 3 UR and also 2 SSR health pieces, which is very nice as well. So yeah, King, he's solid, man. And also in terms of the ults as well, just to throw it out there, we now have 6/6 on King's ult, and Escanor 6/6, and also what is it? Hauser is 6/6 as well. And then we have Arthur. So Arthur probably has my worst attack set on the front line, but still, it's a pretty decent attack set, man. This is like, this would be a crazy attack set to have on the free-to-play account. So yeah, the bracelet, everything is above 2.5% there. And also the ring has 14.2% attack multiplier. So we got some crazy rolls on that, man. Some very good stuff there. The necklace, we got 3% roll there. Some, you know, pretty decent rolls all around. Very satisfied with a lot of those. The earrings, that you know, 2% defense one could probably be a little bit higher. So yeah, that's not too bad though. It's still pretty good. And then on the belt, we have, I think everything, yeah, 2.4% or above. So, you know, if we wanted to be super anal about stuff, we could maybe go for a reroll on that. This one has a really good base roll as well, man. It's like 2 away from perfect. So that is, that's pretty nice there. And this one's like 5 away from perfect. Now, on top of that gear as well, Arthur's ult is 6/6. And also we do have 5 cosmetics in every single slot as well. We have all of the weapons and also all of the headpieces. So yeah, he's just getting all the stats. But Arthur, man, I use him on like so many different teams. So I think he's a really good character to invest in. For the current PvP meta at the moment, I'm not really too sure like when the blue teams come out, if he's going to take like a little bit of a backseat. But at the moment, he's crazy. He's just so good for so many teams. So yeah, I really do like Arthur. Now, on top of that main setup, one thing that's giving me a huge additional CC boost is my associations. So there are like 3 different ways that associations enhance your characters on the main team. Now, the first one is they can give up to 10% basic stats based on the level of their ult. So by default, any association is like 5% additional stats, but then if you get them from 1 out of 6 to 6 out of 6, and also going up is every 1%, then it's an additional 10% basic stats there as well. And the second way is you've got special association effects. So for example, this red Gila is giving us 280 attack. And also on top of that, in geared scenarios, you get approximately 10% of the associated character's current stats on the main character. So Hauser, you can see here from Gila, is gaining almost 1,100 attack, about 550 defense, about 8,000 health, and then he's also got the 280 attack from the special association as well. well. So this has given Hauser like a crazy amount of attack that then the main gear is multiplying even more. So all of this stuff like really adds up and helps to like massively inflate characters' stats. And you see the difference between like the geared Gila and the ungeared one. Like the stats drop massively in comparison. So again, if we have a quick look at those stat bonuses, just to keep them in mind, it's about 1,100, 550, 8,000, and then we go over to Red Gila to have a look at the stats that she currently has as well. So if we open her up, you can see she's got about almost 11,000 attack there, about 5,500 defense, and also about 88,000 health. So, you know, comparatively speaking, about 10% of that is being given to Hauser, very roughly speaking as well. And in terms of the equipment that Gila has as well, she's got a pretty decent attack set. It's certainly not too bad, but for the subs, I don't go like massively in because it's still like, you know, only like 10% of their stats. It isn't like anything too crazy, but still it is going to make a decent additional benefit, and this is like definitely an area where I have room to kind of build out and improve my stats even further. But again, like re-rolling like one main SSR set is like hassle enough, and doing like an additional 4 sets, you know, it's something I'm like slowly working on and getting there. But getting the additional attack for Gila to pump up Hauser is kind of the biggest thing there. See, with her we've like got our gear on the right hand side, so yeah, that's Gila's set. But also because Gila is a super valuable association, like also use her for Jericho, man, and Jericho was amazing for like Final Boss King, very good for the Knighthood boss. I also have all of the cosmetic items on Gila as well, all of the big ones that given us massive stat increases. We've got the 2 UR weapons. I think one of them is from the Fight Festival shop, and also another one is from one of the pop-up shops, I believe. But yeah, this one looks really cool, man. I love the set on Gila. She looks absolutely amazing. And also Gila, the red version is 6'6", but I do love Gila, man. She's fun to play. I've definitely got a little bit of a soft spot for her. But again, if you're looking for a slightly cheaper option, the blue Gila I think is slightly worse stat-wise, but you know, she still kind of fills the same association role on being an SR character. Like, she's much easier to max out for Hauser, so that's certainly not a bad option there. Merlin could be adding like a little bit more to Escanor, so if she was 6'6", but Merlin is 5 out of 6, so you know it's almost there. We're getting the 9% stats instead of the 10%. And in terms of Merlin's gear as well, she has a pretty beefy attack set for Escanor, really valuable ring, really good bracelet as well. And in terms of the health stuff could be a little bit better. Certainly the roll on that like isn't amazing, man. I definitely need to have a few re-rolls on that. But again, you can see on the subsets I've still got use for the R gear that used to be on my main sets like a month and a bit ago. So the R gear has some level of longevity, especially I would assume on the free-to-play account if I'm not spending. So yeah, I think the R gear at least seems to be like, you know, it's still working out for me decently, but I think in like a couple of months it probably is going to be replaced by the SSR gear. But hey, I'm a massive whale, man. And then next up, the association for King is currently the red fighter version of Diona. I wanted it to be the blue fighter version just because the blue one's a bit more useful, but I just can't pull like additional alt levels on the blue one. But with 5 out of 6 on the red one, so I maxed her out the other day just to get the most out of King there. But in terms of her equipment, she has a pretty decent health set for the most part. We could have a, what is it, SSR rune to get a little bit more out of this character. But yeah, I think the rolls on the belt, they're okay, man. They're certainly not the best. I could re-roll if I wanted a little bit more to spice up King's health even further. But yeah, not too bad. Again, they're pretty good rolls. Like this bracelet, I think we got really lucky on them. A lot of the rolls kind of upgrading this one. So yeah, that's certainly good for Matrona, but that's her, what is it, equipment. Then we've got our cosmetics. We've got 5 out of 5 in every single slot there, which is incredibly nice as well. I just went a little bit ham as soon as I realized how cosmetics worked in this game, man. Just on a massive spending spree and brought like 5 cosmetics for pretty much almost every character. So yeah, just whale things, my dudes, just whale things. And then finally for Arthur, we are using the what is it, the blue SR Meliodas as the association character. Super free-to-play friendly story one. You already, like, you know, max him out a good portion of the way via the Hero's Way stuff, but he's got a health set on as well for Arthur. I'm thinking about building another attack set just to give Arthur a little bit more beef. But yeah, I wanted to build like a few more health sets up. But I could get some more damage out of Arthur if needed. But Arthur, he's kind of one that I often like to I'll run an attack set on him, but then a health set on the association, just to make him a little bit more tanky and get a bit more CC overall. But yeah, I need to build a secondary attack association for Arthur, I reckon, in the future, because there are going to be lots of strong damage characters that really do need that damage set on the association in comparison to the health one. So yeah, this one it ain't too bad, man. We got some alright rolls on bits and bobs, but nothing like super crazy for the most part. A lot of stuff above 2% in the majority regions though. And also Meliodas, I think we have what is it, full cosmetics as well. So yeah, 5 out of 5 in every single slot. Lots of UR stuff, especially with the OG Meliodas. But he's pretty easy to get all sorts of cosmetics on. I think, you know, even in the latest patch, they handed out like a free UR costume. I think there's going to be another free one coming up very soon. But I think that is pretty much it when it does come to the tour. And just to show you some of the association value for other characters as well. So this is some of the stuff we're getting from Matrona. Again, because she's got a health set, we're getting a lot more health in comparison to the benefits that we get from Hauser from an attack set. So that's like a solid additional 10,000 there, which is really nice. And also Meliodas and Arthur, the association there, another like 10,000 health, 900 attack. So you can see, bro, those additional sets on the associated characters, but that's a really big chunk of stats. They really do add up and kind of help enhance the team even further there. Merlin, we are getting yeah, not as much attack as Hauser, but still like 1,000 additional attack, bro. That's crazy. Brings Escanor up above 13,000, which is absolutely fantastic. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you did enjoy this gear tour video today. I wanted to do it just because, like, whenever I live stream, man, or at the start of like most elite PvP geared videos, people in the comment section like, show your gear, or somebody's like, can you show your gear at the start of every video? It's like, bro, if I did a gear tour at the start of every video, it would just be so tedious. So I just wanted a video to like link to people when they ask me what their gear is, and that is today's video. And hopefully you did enjoy the insight. Hopefully you enjoyed the gear tour, and if you did, please do smash that like button. That'd be greatly appreciated. Aside from that, thank you very much for watching. Take care, and I hope that you have an absolutely fantastic day.